You have a graphic, right, of the tour dates and locations for everyone to see?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
anyone who's interested can go to billysherwoodmusic.com, one word, billysherwoodmusic.com, and you'll find your links to all the venues and the dates. And
Great.
there's many there, and we jammed in a lot of dates in 2 weeks. It's not like a Yes tour where I've got a few days off to see what Seattle looks like this
Yeah,
time.
check out some coffee.
It's just go 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 on this one, so that makes it exciting too, because it just feels like it's pushing right ahead.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Is there a chance that this could expand a bit, or there might be a West Coast leg?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I said to Andre, going back to the motivation of this is this time to take all that time and effort to get the machine operational. I really want to keep going.
Yeah.
So let's do more. And we actually I had offers that have come in the last couple of weeks, actually, because people got wind of what I was doing. And we could have extended this one quite a bit, but unfortunately I couldn't because of logistics and some of the guys in the band and their commitments, back in LA. And so this was the time span for this that could work right now. And I thought it was a nice chunk of dates. And I've been jokingly to the band calling it the Proof of Life tour. Let's make sure someone's coming. You know what I
mean? Yeah, people chime in if you're planning on going, and you're welcome to send in a review for us to read on the show. That would really be awesome. I would love to see you if you were coming out this way. I don't live in Vegas anymore. I'm up in the mountains east of Phoenix, so anywhere in like southern Arizona, even Tucson, I would go to see you.
I'm sure we'll be doing some West Coast stuff, because we've been talking about that, and the guys live on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's where your people are too. Yeah.
One of the shows, I'm excited about doing all the shows, of course, but the interesting one of the lot here is the second show we're doing at EMEAP. And we
were going to ask you about that. What's that all about?
Well, we're going to film the show, and there's a small little audience that's going to, be there watching us doing what we're doing. And then they're going to, once they put it together and mixed it and got all their stuff together, they're going to stream it as a concert from there. So people will be able to see everything we've kind of put together here via that particular venue, which I think is really cool, really special.
And what kind of time lapse will there be between the time that happens and when they
stream? That I don't know. I mean, I haven't really gotten into the technical sort of logistics with the guys there. But I know we're spending 2 days there in the studio. They have a nice studio to work in, 4-camera shoot, pro audio and all that stuff. And, one of the things that I've done with Circa when we toured and with Yoso when we were touring is I'm a control freak as far as audio goes. So, I want to know what we're going to sound like. And that's difficult when you're standing on a stage, right? And someone's telling drum sounds great. I don't know if I buy it until I hear it. So I actually go about it where each guy, if you can imagine, the drummer has his own console. And I have dialed it here in this studio. That's part of why it took so long to get together. I've dialed his drum sound in to this beautiful place that I think is really nice. And so when it comes out stereo to front of house, the drums, I know they're solid, so I can put my mind at ease with that.
That's nice.
And by proxy, all the other stations, the keyboard player going through and leveling all his stuff, and where there's solos, it's leveled up, and the same with the guitar player. And then I sing and get my voice blended in. And so when I get to a venue, I sort of, they look at me funny, but I tell them, look, just
you brought your own mix,
put everything at 0. And if you hear something and you're motivated and you think it's a little bit under or over, do your thing. But for the most part, it should sit there and make a really nice picture. So that was the longest part of this process, was getting that together. But again, I'm a control freak, and especially when it comes to audio, I produce and engineering. And so I've taken that kind of in studio mindset now out to the stage, and it really does pay off, though. It sounds, I recorded it here when we were playing for the last few days. And it's just like, there were times where I'm like, is that the record version or is that us right now? Just looking.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's good.